Hey, Stubby here, and we are back on another episode of Encrypted. So, in between episodes, just a few changes. First and foremost, my mob farm is not hooked up to anything. We have done a few rounds of upgrades on the solar panels, and I have linked the importers to here, so these are now dumping in my system. I don't have to worry about them. All these inputs are just handled infinitely. Other big change is Refined storage now links up both storages. Simple storage is gone, but I haven't finished my process. So you see some things like I've still got stuff up there. I've still got cables to pull. I've been doing this part manually for the time being. I just haven't got to automating it, I guess. And then I have made the pattern grid. I wanted to come up with a plan, test a concept, a design. So the pattern grid itself is really simple. It's just a grid, an advanced processor, and a pattern. And the patterns, redstone, glass, and quartz, enriched iron. Really simple to make. And what you do with this is you'd make a recipe. So for example, let's do copper, right? Let's do it with this one. Of course, you're not going to let me do that. Copper, dust, right? And I can click on here, make the pattern, and just click this checkbox. And I'm not going to do it yet. Well, I guess it won't hurt. Now I have a pattern for copper dust. Down here in my little test setup, brightness, make it brighter. It's bright. Okay. I put some torches down here. Basically, what I did is I have a crafter here with the iron dust input, and I'll basically link this. I'll do another crafter on a furnace or something, but it puts however many I want to craft in here, puts it right into here, and then pulls it back out after it's done. So it's fully automated the iron chemical component to iron dust just by a click of a button up there in the machine. Nope, I want to do new in here. And let's look at Mekanism. I want to make the metal, synchronize, metallurgic infuser. This bad boy right here. Now I need osmium. So we'll go and take a stack of that. Run upstairs. Run downstairs. Make it work. And voila, I still have to move this thing. It's in desperate need of metallurgic infuser. Boom. And then we're gonna need ourselves some, go away, charcoal. We're gonna need ourselves some iron. Come on, almost done. And we'll need our power system. So let's go with energy cables, wrench just in case, and flux points just in case. I kind of started trying to pre-make some stuff. Let's see. So I think for the time being, we'll actually just pull it off of here and throw it right there. Now I want to use this for a couple different things. First and foremost, I'm going to dump that in there. Ooh, not enough energy to operate. Oh, it did that again. That's why. And we're going to take the carbon from the charcoal, infuse it into our iron ingots, which are amazingly infinite, and we're going to get this enriched iron. And it takes, what, 10 per? 10 carbon, and you get, what do you get out of it? 1 charcoal gives you 10? No, it was like 1 charcoal gave you 20. Come on. Do one more, just to kind of get this shown how it's going to work. So now I've got 5 of those enriched irons, and the uses for these, not much, but this is the big use. Now, yes, I could use my crate setup. It works. But right here, this is just a nice, easy, automatable steel. I can set up patterns saying, put the iron in here. I can keep them stocked full of charcoal, and say the processes go to one metallurgic infuser to get the enriched, go to another one to get the steel, take the steel to a smelter, wham. I ask for steel, it gives me steel. So I like this. And let's go grab the other one. The other one we're going to use it for is redstone. I'll put some redstone on these. Now this redstone is going to be the first piece, or the infused alloy, excuse me, is going to be the first piece of crafting into the Mekanism mod. If you start looking at the other machines, I want to see basic stuff. Purification chamber, infused alloy. What's one I might use? Crusher, maybe? Uses basic control circuits, which is redstone and osmium. So you can kind of see how we're going to want to have a few of these machines. The automation process in this game is going to either be complex or massive, and I'm leaning towards massive, having one of these for each process I want, having a few of these to handle charcoal processes, handle redstone processes, and so on. And we'll kind of have these as needed. And this thing has been just ungodly. The amount of iron I have and whatnot is, I'm voiding it out now. I'm at 16k. I've maxed out on iron, about to max out on gold and aluminum. It's just, whoo. I just need to start setting up some other ones to start improving those ones. All right, so what is next? We've done the metallurgic infuser. We've done the infused alloy. We need to do the basic control circuit, which is osmium. And I'm going to grab some more redstone. Look at that. We'll just start knocking these out. And you see we'll go up. There's different tiers. The reinforced alloy is going to be with diamond. Can I put a straight diamond in there? Might have to crush it first, looks like. The atomic alloy, which is enriched obsidian. Diamond into powdered obsidian. And we'll have the same for the circuits. Energy tablet was going to come in. And that'll also open our doors into thermal, which looks to me like the only way we're getting it is with create. At least until we get the induction smelter. So that looks like that'll be the first machine we want to make. But what is that? Iron plate, tin gear, and a glass. 4 times. Wow. So that's 4, 4, 4, or one of each. Make this first. Yeah. Alright, so Crusher, what are we gonna get out of that one? Is there anything worth dirty iron? Quite a few crush recipes. Alright. Boom. Thank you. We really should spend these at some point. I don't know what I'd want to spend it on. I mean, I've been able to make some of the stuff so far. It's just, it's there. Nothing really pops out as a major need. So, unfortunately, by the time you get to the net quantities, I mean, maybe the angel ring. Do I have enough of that? This crypto. Nope. That's really all I'm going to want. All right, so let's go ahead and make our next machine. Tech 2.0. Let's go. Purification chamber. Are we going to get any doubling out of this? Let's look at that. So if I take iron dust, smelt it. Nope. No doubling. So we're going to go with the the smelter. So we'll need 2 control circuits, some glass, some redstone. Let's check this out. Redstone, glass, sand. Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Silicone. And one more osmium, which I got. Awesome. Come down. We'll make this into some glass real quick. And I didn't bring my crafting stick. Sweet. Now I should be able to do something like this and let it turn into steel. Surprised that wasn't a task on that bad boy, but we're getting there. We're gonna start thinking ahead on this stuff right here. So ultimate singularity, oxygen. We really could pump these out. How many is that? 10,000 oxygen, ammonia, propane, mercury, neon. Okay. Creative essence. Wither skeletons, wither bone. That's it. Fusion controller is going to be a thing. But there you go. Now you can see how this will come in handy. So let's go ahead and make another steel casing. It's going to be a block of steel and some redstone. It's 20. And see if we can look at the rest of these. Outer space. Some of these we just start knocking out, I think. And we need to look at the simulation. Take that. We have an autocrafter. So sequential, we can do that. Okay. Or we just use a crafting recipe to call up as many of those as we want. So I think I'm going to need to set up an automation plan for this. So let's go see, what do we have? We have deployer, depot. Nope. I had to make all that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm gonna knock out in between episodes, but I mean it's a very simple a deployer, a depot. We're gonna put a cobble gen feeding into this. We're gonna put encrypted matter feeding into this and suck these back into the network on a massive storage. And we'll just use some crafting patterns to call them as needed. Maybe do like a keep in stock system or something like that as well. If we're really smart, we'll set up, we'll set up a dissolver for each of them, and we'll just let it make them, dissolve it, and keep it going. And that'll definitely, is there another way to get, let's look at that, encrypted matter. No other way to get that. Okay. So I'll just do a little bulk spam clicking to maximize that. Casing was 1 redstone and the block. Oh, I wanted to look at other quests we can work on. Just things we're not near the end of the game. Like we clearly have a long way to go, but we're getting there. Like there's 2 more tabs. We can open the outer space. Stimulated space, dash ingot, ostrom colored ingot. Can be found on the moon, Mars, and Venus. Ooh, you're gonna have to travel. We'll just dump it. But see, it becomes really, really simple. And some of the stuff that you do, so things that use redstone, we can put multiple recipes in and just kind of let it take them as needed. With Mekanism, you can do some cool stuff with talking about chests. Oh, didn't mean to press the button. Let's see. Chest, that's what I was looking for. Had a mind moment. So you can do some cool stuff, like put a chest here. You can say side, so I can say on this one I want it to input, eject, so on, and let it auto process. So I can put a chest on each side, have my importers, exporter, my crafters, importers working with those, or I can put a crafter directly up to it. I'm going to probably do the chest method for the most part, and then import. What I'm thinking is I'll do a chest on top with a crafter, bring it back into my network just straight off the bottom so I can request more. And then of course you also have to have an exporter keeping it in stock with whatever you want. Or you can do a smart, logical way of it. And if you take into account, say, for example, enriched iron. And I know that it's going to take 10 carbon. And if I come in here and I put 1 carbon in, I know it gives me 20. I just alter the pattern and say it's 1 charcoal plus 2 iron ingots gives me 2 of them. So you can kind of handle it in 2 different ways. You can just feed it full of those materials, or you can just kind of numerically tell the system, I want this much, and tell it how many, the minimum it actually will be. So it's really cool in the way it works. You can set up it to auto smelt in the chain. There's just a lot of cool. Mechanism's a great mod. But outside of that, I think we're going to call it here. I need to just spend some time building some machines, getting some stuff organized. So that is our intro into the Tech 2.0 world. We are going to get a lot of processes going from this. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Until then, Stubby out.